parent involvement important after my kid already SO'd? So I'll let, Kelly's the only one on the panel that has a kid who SO'd. So she's the expert in that regard. So I'll turn this over to you. And SO'd, for anybody that doesn't know, stands for significant other. And it's a ceremony that the teens and the families go through when they graduate from our group therapy or our version of outpatient program. And it's a ceremony making amends to their family for their behavior. So we can plug in like early recovery, like early recovery. Like once we've gotten out of like the stabilization phase, or we're no longer in triage, because not all of your kids are going to be in outpatient or have gone through outpatient, but it's still applicable.
Yeah, and most of it is the answer to the parent-driven recovery that we just gave. But a huge part of it is that's when your new skills that everybody's gone to their own corner, this is going to be the first time that it's really put to the test. When, because when they're in outpatient, 9:30 to 10 o'clock at night, we all know those kids are occupied, right? They SO and they're all of a sudden managing their own schedule, whether it's work or school or home. The support that is needed to transition from that full-time level of care from Cornerstone to not is critical. And so the parent involvement, you basically done your homework and now you need to apply it, is how I would say that. So I would almost say it's more critical because you don't have your kid 24/7 in a program and you're learning to use your sea legs is the way I would say that.
Cool. Do you briefly want to say like what it was like for you after USO'd and how important it was?
So it is equally important, if not, I don't know if it's more important, but it's definitely on par with, the parent-driven recovery or the parent involvement whenever your kid is a newcomer, whenever, the family's new. I know for me, again, I'm someone who likes comfort. I don't want to get uncomfortable unless I absolutely have to, or I'm put in a position to be uncomfortable and inadvertently grow, right? That's the only way that I can grow is whenever I'm uncomfortable, or like pushing for something or anything like that, growing pains. And getting out of outpatient, it was almost, there's this instinct with a kid. You work so hard for so long, you did 3 meetings a day, you did step work an hour a night, you called your sponsor every single day, you went to group therapy, you were honest, you learned all these tools, right? And then you get out of this environment where everybody's doing their best and working their butt off and grinding, right? You get out of that environment and then, it becomes easy to justify not doing certain things because you're no longer around people that are, just constantly working and grinding and all that. And naturally, for me, it's easy to justify why I worked so long. And now I kind of deserve a break, right? Like I deserve to kind of chill out. I did, look at all these accomplishments I have. I have all these things under my belt. And when in reality, that's not at all what I did. I really had nothing under my belt. I just learned how to cope in the real world, right? I learned how to have integrity. I learned how to be honest. I learned how to be somewhere where I say I'm going to be. I learned how to be early. I learned how to be punctual, how to do all this stuff that it's just tools to use in the real world. That's all it is. And now it's how easy is it going to be for me to apply this, right? Because I can talk a good game until I'm blue in the face, but really whenever it comes down to it, will I be on time to work? Will I want to even get a job? Will I want to, it helped a lot for my mom to still just kind of be there and be like a little voice behind me, like, hey, go get a job or you're out of the house, and just little things like that. Like it seems like, and it wasn't, I didn't ever perceive it as a threat, it wasn't like this looming thing over my head. I gotta maintain a job or I'm out of the house, she didn't use it that way, but it definitely still helped to know that somebody was there still watching, even though, my ego likes to tell me, well, I've grown so much, I've come so far, let me just relax. So, but that's not the deal after ESO.